Hey Aries, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the second half of May. What is the animal energy here? Oh, perfect. All right. The hawk. So this is a really beautiful energy because this equates to the Two of Wands in the Tarot, which, remember, the wands are all about the actions, right? The actions that we do or don't take around usually the work that we love to do. So it's interesting that we saw, you are the Emperor in the Tarot, of course, as an Aries. So it's interesting because the Emperor is very much about work as well. So the Two of Wands are very much about doing all that you can possibly do from where you are, planning, details, imagining, really allowing what could be to gestate in your mind, right? And then the Three of Wands is about other people noticing what you're doing and stepping forward to join you in your efforts or support you or be a benefactor or hire you or whatever it is. But this is about you really perfecting what you're good at or perfecting what you're good at, having that resume or CV really up to date or having that social media current, whatever this is for you, right? So that the right people can see you and know about you and then come forward to either help you, join you, offer you, other opportunities, whatever that is. So this is really, really good going off the meditation. Now, hawk medicine is also about, vision and being able to see the bigger picture and the smaller points and details simultaneously and equally as well. So this is really interesting. I do feel like there is an attention to detail here. What's really interesting too is that Emperor key that I saw had that, I think it's a monocle, y'all, the little eyepiece that helps you see more clearly. So there's definitely an emphasis on your vision, maybe even your perception, how you're seeing things or what you see. It's really interesting, but at the same time, allowing yourself what? To be seen. Fascinating. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Oh, perfect. Okay. So we got this one in the reverse, but I'm going to hold it in the upright for the sake of the visual here. So more wands here. Very interesting. It's very fiery energy for you guys being fire signs, of course. Now, hawk energy, hawk medicine, of course, that's air, but air and fire are complementary. So we always like to see those two together, right? So Page of Wands, in the upright, this is very much about courage and embarking on new ventures, starting from scratch or starting something that's brand new. The fact that this came up in reverse, I feel like this could be a couple of different things. I feel like on one hand, because this speaks of like having the audacity to promote yourself. And I mean that in like a very positive way, like the good audacity, like having the gumption, right? To go like, hey, like this is me. And hey, I'm not going to fail at this. Like I'm going to be, rewarded and accepted and like, all of these things. The Page of Wands is very brave and courageous and has no thoughts of like what might happen if, their ventures or the chances that they take won't work out, right? Again, the wands are about the work that we love to do. So this is interesting here. The fact that this is in reverse, I feel like on one hand, this speaks of the fact that this is not something brand new that we're looking at, that you're going to be, aligning to opportunities and energy around work or interpersonal relationships as well that are being built off of what you have already started. Does that make sense? So it's coming up as like you've already been through the Page of Wands position with whatever this is for you. So it's going, okay, it's not going back there. It's about standing firm in where you are and knowing that the Three of Wands, the help, the people noticing, the offers, the recommendations, whatever that is coming to you. Page of Wands is about going out and getting stuff. And your advice is really to let it come to you. So that's really interesting here. But I also feel like in the reverse, this also speaks of maybe some fear or feeling timid around pursuing things further or putting one foot in front of the other or really taking further chance or risk. I even feel like there's an energy of like, is it worth it or should I keep going? Now this could be also, I'm getting a specific vibe around like, because the wands can also speak to interpersonal passions. This could also speak to relationships as well. I feel like there's a bit of like, oh God, is it worth it? Or oh God, is it ever going to happen? Or oh God, I feel like it feels kind of like a tired energy a little bit, which is great in a way because it makes sense why the universe would step in and say like, okay, we got this. Like let it come to you. right? Remain available and visible, but let it come to you. Oh my Lord. So, oh, I just got shivvies. Look what's on the bottom. 3 Wands. We're just talking about that. It's definitely coming up for you. This is 3 of Wands feels like the umbrella under which this reading is happening. 3 of Wands. The forward movement, ships coming in. It's on the other side of this energy for you. It feels really good, right? So here we have the 8 of Cups. Really fascinating here. So first of all, you know, we're going to be feeling the influence. Not only is it Mercury in retrograde and eclipse season, we're also much feeling the influence of the full moon in Scorpio, right? Which is interesting with this 8 of Cups. So traditionally speaking, 8 of Cups is about moving on or departing from or moving towards emotionally fulfilling ventures and departing or walking away from, you know, the people, places, and things that leave you emotionally wanting or don't necessarily support your emotions and your right to have your emotions fully, right? It's interesting here with this full moon in Scorpio, as we're looking at mid-month, you know, this is all about flow. Salmon medicine is all about flow and how that not only is that the path of least resistance, but that's how you attract what is yours to you, about going with the flow. The fish is not making the river move. The fish is allowing the river to move it. And in doing so, what is yours finds you. That is a resounding message for this reading. But it feels really good. It feels really, really positive. And there really is this energy. It's interesting too, how we have the fire in reverse about going out and getting it. And then in the upright, it's about no, flow. Allow what's yours to come to you. What is mine will not pass me by. There's something about this. I feel like the universe is saying, like, whatever you need to do to get these fine points in order, like do it, because your time is coming. You know, there's a concept of the magic if, where you can imagine if tomorrow you got what you wanted, whether this is in your career or relationship wise or whatever have you. Let's say that it happened tomorrow, or let's be a little bit more lenient with that. Let's say it would happen next month. It was for sure. It was a done deal. How would you spend the time before? Would you spend it fine-tuning yourself or your work or your situation in some way? How would you spend this time? Because that's what Spirit is saying. Use this time wisely. So often the time before we get what we want is so wasted. You know what I mean? And I always say, and it's a message that I've gotten a lot from Spirit personally as well, is enjoy the time before you get what you want. Okay, it's just as important and in some ways more precious, because once you get what you want, then the things are going to change. And even though it may be happy changes, change in itself is a challenge. So are you serious, Aries? 3 of Cups, celebration, victory, joy, and guess what this is? Good times at the social club. So it's really interesting with this aspect of socialness. Now, these are puffins, but they are similar to toucans in their energy in terms of allowing yourself to be seen and appreciating where you are. And then also 3 of Cups traditionally is about friends, joy, celebration, and having cause to really go, woo! So this is really brilliant. Look how this is storyboarding for you. Allowing what is yours to come to you. It's not the time to put in a lot of effort. It's the time to fine tune and practice patience. Allow yourself to be in the flow of wherever, you know, the universe, your feelings really want to take you, and know that the path of least resistance is the path of allowance. What is yours will not pass you by. I feel like saying that like 10 more times, but I won't. What is yours will not pass you by. Which leads to cause for celebration. You're literally coming in off the river, into the ocean, and onto the shore. Cause for celebration. 3 of Cups. You know, I feel like this is a very specific nod to the summertime for you, actually. We are looking at mid-May, of course, but I feel like this is a very specific nod to the summertime, and I feel like there's a lot of happy energy around that for you, and I'm hearing, get ready. Again, if it was definite in your mind and in your imagination that you were going to get what you wanted, or didn't even know you want, in a month, how would you spend this time? Enjoy the time before you get what you want. It feels really, really strong. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you guys. Advice for it. I just got shivvies all over. You got the Emperor. What did I see in the beginning meditation with the toucan that was the Emperor from the other deck? Okay, first of all, he's definitely chilling. He is definitely keeping a watchful eye, back to the hawk energy here, out on his children and his landscape and his situation. Now, I'm really drawn to the fact, it's interesting, that he's still in his armor. So he's ready, right? I'm hearing RuPaul, like I always hear in my head, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So he's ready. He ready, right? But there is this aspect of like patience and knowing that it just as important as it is to go and do the day's work and go after what you desire and be diligent and put in the effort and do the work and all that, it's just as important to know when to relax and enjoy the fruits of your bounty. And that's what I'm getting. Do you remember when I saw the toucan and all of these magnets being drawn to the toucan, let it come to you? I feel like this armor is a big magnet and this is you. Should you choose to work with this energy thusly, this is you. With all that you desire, want, and deserve coming to you, if only you don't get in your own way and work with the energy that is yours to work with. Because that's the thing. This is a blueprint for and I can tell you the energy that's in play as I channel it. And then spirit comes in and says, this is the blueprint for how you can work with that energy, should you so choose to, right? So that you can get the most out of it. And that's what this is. Your advice for, the rest of this month is to be the emperor. Stay seated in your power. Know that's what yours will not pass you by, and that you have absolutely everything to look forward to. There's also an aspect of the present moment that's really strong in this as well. By fully embodying the present moment, you attract to you what is yours. That is so true. If I know anything, I know that. It is so, so true. Wow. Would you look at that? You got yourself as your own advice. I really love that. Let's go ahead and get an oracle. But of course, we're doing a bit of a different format today for the mid-month check-in. I did this for the Beltane readings. Definitely check those out if you haven't already. I kind of like this, doing the advice at the end and kind of streamlining it for the mid-month check-ins anyway. Let's go ahead and get an oracle. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good. Okay. So we have honeybee here, and this says reciprocity. So reciprocity, it's fascinating, right? Because that's about getting back what you give and giving what you get. What did I say? Do you see all of these bees are being attracted to him like little bee magnets? Let it come to you. Allow yourself to be seen and available. How great is that? I'm really drawn to the fact that there's flowers here also in the bottom of the Emperor key. And it's like the bees are attracted to the flowers here, aka you. Reciprocity. Remember, we're talking about the more that you can fully embody, what you're good at, what you desire, really getting those fine points together, really allowing yourself to be made available, let people know that you're available or what you desire, whatever that is, allowing yourself to be seen and allowing things to come to you. The reciprocity, I feel like this is tying in with the Page of Wands in a way, which says that you are getting back what you deserve and you are getting back what you've already given. You've already put effort towards whatever this is in some way, shape, or form. And now all you have to do is be waiting at the station when it comes back around to you. Don't miss the train now that's coming back towards you because you're off trying to get on another train, trying to go get it still. It's coming to you. That feels so incredibly important to say. It is coming to you. So it's just about trusting that, being patient, and knowing that if you stay where you are, from that river of flow with the Eight of Cups, that you're going to be right in Three of Cups land with plenty to celebrate and good times ahead. I really feel like there's recognition for you, but it's just about knowing that sometimes it's just as important to stay still and be patient where you are and enjoy the time before you get what you want as it is to get after it. You've already gotten after it in some way, shape, or form, and the time to get after it will come again. So enjoy this time. It feels really, really important. So with that being said, Aries, I really hope you enjoy the rest of the month. I am so so happy to see this for you, because you guys as an energy are so proactive. You're so action-minded, and it's not every day that Spirit comes in and goes, okay, just let it come to them, because they've really put in the work. They've set the intentions. They've set about those, you know, manifesting points with whatever this is for you. Family man here too. So this could definitely be related to your family structure or desire for family structure, relationships, but it is coming to you. And that feels just like a really beautiful gift for your Aries self. That being said, I'm sending you so many blessings for a beautiful rest of the month. Thank you so, so much for being here. I so appreciate each and every one of you watching. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so much for, as always and most of all, for being you. And be well. Until next time.